Well, welcome back to Sport on a night in which Arsenal fans are nursing their wounds. And I tell you what, the banter during the break was all about Arsenal fans and what's going on. And I actually did not know that our guest tonight, he may be here to talk golf, but he's an Arsenal fan. So I apologize in advance for any kind of gremlins you might hear from the left side of studio. It's Elijah and Vincent Wangombe. It's because they are both nursing wounds from last night. But hopefully, come mid-May, you are going to have a bit more fun and a bit more success and be able to pop the champagne. Mr. Vincent Wangombe, you're a man who is in charge of regulations where golf is concerned. We spoke about this, whether it's handicaps, whether it's the rules, and you do this for the entire continent for RNA. Thank you so much for joining us. And this week is significant for African golf. It's significant for the juniors. Why is this week so important? How important is the tournament that is starting on Tuesday at Windsor?
One of the things you have to think about when it comes to the future of the game is this is it. The juniors who are playing in this tournament are from all the different countries in Africa, and they're coming to gauge themselves. This is the stage for them. Unfortunately, some of them don't have the kind of structures that others have, and they'll come and gauge themselves and see how they prepare, how they play, and they start forming, a picture of what good championships is all about. So it's very good for them to get to see, and for even the coaches who come with the teams to get to see what the other teams do to prepare for such tournaments.
So again, just to reiterate, it's the All-Africa Junior Team Championship, 89 golfers from 14 different countries, and it's the second time we're having it, or the second time since what, 20?
So the first time this tournament was held in Kenya was 2008.
Yes.
But it had a different format. Then it was just boys. But this is the first time we're hosting it when it's both boys and girls. So it's, can say the first time, but...
it's the second time we have it in Kenya. It's the first time we've got both boys and girls.
Exactly.
How are the teams constituted? Because when you're hearing 89 guys from 14 different countries, how are the teams constituted? How do guys get to play? What's the format for the tournament?
So it's 4 boys, 3 girls per team. So the teams are different. So it's the boys versus the boys, girls versus girls. And what happens is the best... out of the 4 boys, they take the best 3 scores to form the team score. But there's also still a individual competition. So it's a stroke play competition. So you have, everybody against everybody else, but they take the best 3 from every country. And should there be a tie at the top, then they look at the 4th player. For the girls, it's the best 2 out of the 3. And should there be a tie, they look at the 3rd player.
The 3rd one is a tiebreaker.
Yes.
When you look at Africa, in other sports, of course, we have different junior competitions. You can, for example, in football, you have the under-17, you have the under-20, you have under-23. In golf, we don't seem to have so many tournaments like that. Are we making progress with the tournaments that we have, the junior one only? Or could we do more with having more under categories?
You see, with a junior competition worldwide, you have one category under 18. So that's it. But you do have other formats with other competitions where you have age groups. And this is something that the Junior Golf Foundation does. They do have their competitions where they have different age groups. And this is part of what the pathways are all about. When it comes to the development of the game, the Junior Golf Foundation, the host of this tournament, basically are taking care of the pathway, the growth of these, the golfers, the young ones here.
When you look at Kenya, how does it compare to the African countries that have developed in golf? Are our structures similar? Are we trying to close the gap with what Junior Golf Foundation is doing in Kenya?
So when it comes to golf courses and even tournaments, Kenya is doing quite well. I mean, if you look at the top country in Africa in golf, South Africa by, so far. But we've not had the structures for a very long time in Kenya. The other countries in Africa, like South Africa, already have very good working structures, a good pathway where you see, from grassroots to the junior, the squads, the junior squads, up to the senior amateurs. They do have a very good pathway, very well defined. And this is the time Kenya is putting that together. Some other countries, Zimbabwe, Zambia, are a bit ahead. Morocco is, they've done this, and, you can actually see when they have the processes in place, you start seeing the winning. Last year, the All Africa Junior Team Championship in Tunisia, the Moroccan girls won. Yeah, they beat the South African girls, and that is because of the structures that they put in place. And hopefully, we'll start seeing that in Kenya also. And for a long time, South Africa has been way ahead of everybody else, and we are looking forward to seeing other teams also doing the same.
So which structures are these that Kenya, the Junior Golf Foundation, has put in place to ensure that we move forward and you're impressed with the structures?
So one of the things at the RNA we try and help the different federations to do is create these pathways. What do you do at the grassroots? So for example, how do you teach the children? Who's teaching the children? Do they have any qualifications? So you may be a very good, talented footballer, for example. Let me use football. But can you teach? Yeah, it's the same thing with golf. So somebody becomes a pro because they're very well talented, they can play the game, but do they know how to teach? And this is where we start. Let's teach the teachers how to teach. So the RNA has helped different federations in Africa to create these pathways, starting with like the community golf instructor. This can go out to schools. That builds your grassroots. Then move on to the next level. You have your coaches who are able to take them to that next level. And then you have your high performance program. So this is basically your top golfers in the country. And then beyond that, as they're turning pro, how do you hand them over to the next stage? So those are the different, the pathways where at different stages they're being helped, somebody's holding their hands, and they know what to do. It's not, just go out there, hit the ball. Yeah, there has to be a structure to this and a process. Yeah.
I know currently you have an African role, developmental role, regulatory role, but you've been involved with Kenyan golf for many years. How much progress have we made with the Junior Golf Foundation before? How much do you think it's helped us in terms of getting Generation Next, in terms of getting younger and younger players involved in golf?
It's been a very good, especially in the last few years, we've seen massive growth. And part of the reason for this is the structures of the Junior Golf Foundation. The Kenyan golf leadership have done very well in this area in putting together programs that will get more kids playing golf.
Yes.
And we're actually seeing very, very good growth in this area. We're seeing a lot more children playing the game. And the next stage is starting to win. So this process is hopefully we'll start getting some of these players at that very high level. And hopefully with the programs that are being put in place, they start getting exposure and move on to different countries, play with other children in other countries, and get to see how they can improve themselves.
Before you came on here, we were speaking about you were at Windsor today, and you have these nuggets of these players whose parents have had to make sacrifices. Maybe just let us know what kind of sacrifices parents, especially now in Africa, we have to make just to get the next Casey Jarvis.
Yeah, so a lot of parents, especially for those who have that vision of making it as a pro in the game, have mortgaged their houses or, gone out to spend so much money to get their children coaching and all that. And the one thing that, pains me and would like to see that changing is why should we be sending our children to the UK or the US to get that training? Why can't we build structures here? And this is what we need to work with the federations, the local federations in Africa, to start seeing them developing coaches who are able to, get the children to that level. But at some point, they will need to go out there to compete with the other kids. But they don't need to sell everything just to get a chance.
So if we create a better ecosystem
absolutely
in Kenya, in Uganda, in Tanzania, then instead of the child going to SA at 14,
yes,
maybe if we are strong enough as a system or as a structure, then maybe they can go at 18.
Absolutely. And you see, the good thing about this kind of competition, even the Africa Amateur Junior Team Championship, is they can also start getting to see the other kids at a younger age. So Kanana Muthomi, at the age of 13, competing, she gets to see some of the other girls from other countries. And, the one thing that golf does, when you spend time with these people out on the golf course, you form friendships. And she'll get to know these players, and hopefully some of them go on to become stars, and she'll be thinking, I can do well, I can beat this one. What she can do, I can do. So,
we've competed together, we've seen how it works.
Exactly.
So this is the second time we're going to be having this tournament. How does Kenya or the host nation in whichever country the tournament goes to, how do they benefit, apart from just the home advantage for the home players?
There's always some comfort being at home. Remember, some of these players have traveled long distances. They're not familiar with this, course. Some probably will be seeing, the Sykes monkeys for the first time. In fact, one of the Cote d'Ivoire players today was telling me he saw Sanj, a monkey. So there's always this, destabilization. The other thing, and golf is peculiar in that way, we actually don't realize this. We live in Kenya, we live in high altitude. Most of these other guys play at sea level. So at high altitude, the ball flies farther. So the ball is doing different things. Our players here will know what the ball will be doing at this altitude. So there's always this advantage of playing at home. However, this, the comfort, and I can't remember who said this, golf is a game that is played between, the distance between the 2 years. So basically it's a mind game. So if you're comfortable, you're feeling good, it's something good for you. Yeah.
Vincent, as we finish, maybe from a Kenyan point of view, is there any particular person you should... I know you'll say, let's watch Team Kenya, but this name keeps popping up every single time I have a golfing conversation.
Yeah.
Kanana, Bianca, Mwati. What are some of those things that guys must look out for tomorrow? Anyone who's going to Windsor tomorrow knows 8:54, Kanana tees off, followed by Bianca. What would you tell Kenyans who just want to know that we are doing well?
You know what? I personally enjoy watching all these kids. Being a person who represents
the whole continent,
the RNA in Africa, I want to see all these kids doing well.
Yes.
I mean, deep inside, I'm a Kenyan. I want to see Kenya doing well. But it will be something to come and watch. Come and see some of these kids. You never know. The next Casey Jarvis will be among these kids here. The next Tiger Woods, could be among these kids. Come and watch these kids. One of the things I always say, if you see them at this age, you're seeing them the pure talent. And as they grow, a lot of these kids, watch out for them in future.
Well, that's Mr. Vincent Wangombe. Just for clarification, he's the Rules, Handicapping and Development Manager for Africa for RNA. RNA is the body that basically runs the sport of golf around the world. So tonight he was wearing continental hat, talking about golf, and we hope that you and I can show up at Windsor, support Team Kenya. It's a tournament, it's for juniors, it's the All Africa Junior Championships. Hopefully Team Kenya does well. Mr. Vincent, thank you very much for showing up and staying up late. I hope you enjoy the golf, and I hope our ladies do the business.
And the gents.
both boys and girls, they will do well.
I have a soft spot for Kanana because her name keeps popping up. And Bianca, we have met, awarded her at some place or the other. So yes, so that's all the best to Team Kenya. They're all Africa Junior Championships. Kicks off at Windsor from Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Team Kenya will be in action. 89 junior golfers from 14 different nations. And hopefully, Team Kenya does us proud. So that's it as far as golf is concerned. I told you, Generation Next. And one place to find it is there. And if you missed our interview tonight with Mr. Vincent, or if you'd like to watch it again, one place to be, that's on the Nation app. That's where we upload all this wonderful content that is generated across all our media platforms. All you've got to go is go to your App Store or your Play Store, download it, and you get to watch and maybe rewatch, have another feel of what exactly Nation Media Group is up to, because where Nation Media Group is, that's where the pulse of the nation is.